Hello, and welcome to our gathering of heroes. These are the would-be heroes of the Marvel Universe, an actual play using the relatively new Marvel Multiverse 616 TTRPG system. As a warning, this is a game that can also explore mature themes, and while we'll be specifically avoiding some topics, the game may still include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, or other topics. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. Players will always let me know if anything is uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams will be available on YouTube after the game, and you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. Three quick acknowledgements. To Roll20, the official virtual tabletop of the Marvel Multiverse system, we may not be having a map tonight. However, they're great. You'll get a membership. To Demiplane, the official platform of the Marvel Multiverse game, with high quality tools that enhance the way games can be played, shared, and explored. And of course, an acknowledgement to Marvel Comics, without which none of this would be happening. So a quick round to introduce the cast and to let everyone know who they're playing. Let's start with Dora.
Hi, I'm Pandora Beatrix, and I am playing Dr. Penelope Peritor, aka Beholder.
Cassidy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cassidy Renault, and I'll be playing Samantha Holmes, aka Liberty Lass.
3%.
Doing my best.
Sorry, no Glitch.
Hello, everyone. I am Glitch, and tonight I'll be playing Alexi, aka Anima.
Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, better known as Soulbind. Tonight I'll be playing Cal Winters, aka Dreadfire.
Aya.
Hello, I am Aya. I will be playing the adorable little Dualily, or Lily for short.
And a guest. It's like the game is trying to merge itself. Tell us what's up, John.
Hello, I'm John. I will be playing Steel Aegis, the tokusatsu style flip kicking hero who already likes the vibe of this group.
It's not just my eyes. I don't know what's happening with my green screen today. What is happening? What? How
Toggle
do you
your
want me to sit?
It's eating you.
You developed.
You're fading away.
Your hoodie is
Toggle
made in Smallville.
the green screen setting for I have a green screen in Zoom. Just click it off and on. It does that sometimes. It does it on mine too.
Well, I'm gonna have to do that, and then I have to do that, and then I have to do that, and then I have to do that. Okay, let's see if it works this time.
Good.
Cool.
See. Anyway, let them sort that out.
Huh. Oh no.
It's okay.
I made a mistake. However,
The live stream of the recorded
Yeah.
episode is dead.
This is something happening in the past from the perspective of anyone watching right now. So
yes.
don't worry about it. It's been
All right,
resolved.
one sec. Let me fix
Yeah,
that.
we already figured it out.
It's already fixed.
Or we
We
didn't.
time traveled into the past to fix it before it even happened.
Yeah.
Or ruined everything.
Or ruined
Either you're
everything, and
welcome
that's
or
why
we're
we're
sorry.
here.
Either
I
way, you're
mean,
welcome.
I would sure hope we fixed it.
Yeah, I say that a lot too.
We fix things everywhere we go. That's what we do. Should just call us the fixers.
Now our battle cry could
No.
be, "Hey, are you ready to get fixed?"
Honestly,
No.
I thought you were just gonna stop at hey, and I was on board with that. Our battle cry is hey.
Our battle cry should be spoon.
Oh, that's taken.
Pretty sure that's
Oh,
in
no.
copyright.
Darn it.
Dang.
Is it still in copyright? That's an old
Probably
show.
an IP.
I mean,
Probably a
yes,
thing.
it was in the 80s.
Yeah, true.
We got until sometime in the 2060s.
A little
And
technical
that's if the
difficulties.
Amazon show didn't bring that back.
So, when we left off, after some not inconsiderable effort, the group successfully did a stakeout, broke into a warehouse chop shop where they discovered, and also had a hot tip, that a gang had been manufacturing some narcotics and set to stopping them by attempting to trip them up in the dark and then breaking in with small magnite flashlights and causing a ruckus and beating them down one at a time. This was complicated somewhat by a couple of individuals with snake-themed powers who set to roughing up some of our heroes, but eventually our team prevailed, leading to the discovery, I suppose, of the drugs in question. And at this point, a bunch of bodies on the floor, unconscious. Because this isn't the
But
end.
not dead.
And a few running for their lives.
You're running for their lives.
Fine.
One, I think, got away. Didn't super care about.
2.
If another one got away when I wasn't here, then it's not my fault.
Well, at some point, Dreadfire took pity and just like intentionally started telling them to just leave.
Just started telling the like little guys, just go. Why are you still here?
We can do this if you want. Form a line, but
Take your pick. You
time
want the
Aegis
giant
has
wolf
tried
on one
that.
side or the guy on fire on the other?
Oops.
Every time Aegis has tried that, it either has failed or it was a rhino.
hey, so
That's
did
a
anybody
really-
did anybody bring any like zip ties or anything that one might use to like restrain a prisoner? Is that a thing we've considered at all, or
That's probably something Liberty Lass would have on her, given the amount of patrolling she does.
a thief of your level?
In which pocket?
Who says they're not like taped to the inside of the shield?
Yeah? Do you have zip ties taped to the inside of your shield?
I mean, given chop shop and drug operation, there is seems like a reasonable chance there are some zip ties around if we didn't
Probably
bring any.
find something.
That's true.
But
We
Yeah.
could find them.
Sure.
Cables or something.
I was just checking.
Distinct lack of pockets is a problem. That's why I distributed equipment before we breached the door. Now I got no pockets.
Also, she has like pockets. She
all
also
you
wears a
need are your
utility belt,
weird abilities that get rid of your pockets. That's just
right?
that seems counterproductive. That is a step
Yeah.
backwards, honestly.
I have to agree with you on this.
And obviously, I don't have any pockets. I mean, giant wolf.
That yes, you were
Fork.
one of that group.
You could have like a utility collar if you want.
I
We
mean,
can make that happen.
Dualily created the marbles from nothing. So
Nothing.
technically she's one giant pocket.
That's
I'm a
only
bag of
little-
holding.
Can
Yeah,
can
basically.
she put things into
Hold
her
me.
that she didn't make?
Ooh. She like absorb a car?
Well,
I don't think
wanna
her
find
powers
out?
work that way.
Like, save
turn
it for
turn into
later.
focus.
I feel like putting
Like
in is
Ant-Man?
the operative ability of pockets.
It's more like what was the one sci-fi trope where it was a teleporter, but it essentially was just like destroying someone or something and just recreating it on the other side. But if you can dissolve,
Stargate.
if you can dissolve a thing and turn it into focus, and then later take that focus and turn it back into the thing you dissolve, that's kind of like storing it as energy.
That would be cool. Why didn't I think of that?
Also, I'm just now realizing we had an entire argument about how everybody was getting to the warehouse when we had Lily, and Lily could have just made us a car.
I
That-
mean, Lily doesn't
I
know how a
don't-
car works.
Yeah,
She
You
has-
don't have to
Make
know
a
how it works.
car.
She
I'll-
does need to know how it works.
Also, I feel like she can only pull things out of herself that are like
Her
they can
size.
only be large. They can only be larger than her in one dimension, the pulling out dimension. The other
Oh.
ones have to fit in the silhouette of her body. Like,
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
I mean, you could pull out all of the parts of a car one by one, I guess,
You'll say,
and
I feel like you
someone
have to
assemble
build it.
them, but that seems like
Yeah.
a chore.
Yeah.
Tedious.
Clown
No,
flag that
that's a
never
good
ends.
point. That's a fair point. Oh.
On the other hand, rollerblades are small,
They are.
super hip. Everyone
Lots
should.
of moving parts, though.
I mean, 4.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at blades, then you got like the whole extra parts and the mechanism to lock them down and the screws.
I mean,
That's not all that
Imagine.
complicated, though.
That's
Safety
not even
features
getting
are
into the
optional.
bell bearings. Or ball bearings.
Like, if you really want to simplify it too, you could say roller skates with the strap on that you just tie onto your boot from like the 70s.
I like that we're
Come on now.
rehaving an argument that we had about something that has already been resolved.
I made one comment. I'm so sorry. I should.
So who wants to interrogate?
This is how it goes. Well, I just wanted to restrain him first before we wake him up. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to ask questions also, but that's the important part.
Go
Who are we talking
scrounging
about?
around for zip ties.
Ink.
Right.
So, if nobody explicitly has zip ties, according to the state of physical
I mean,
reality
there's-
as we are gauging it right now, then I will
You
look
can
around for
probably fish around, and they probably have like bungee cable
Ice traps,
or
toe straps.
something. I mean, I guess if you
Chains.
stretch it enough while you're wrapping it, that's effective.
Lily could grab you some cord. Like
Can
making some
can you
cord.
can you just make zip ties?
Yes.
Okay, well then do that.
Okay.
Why are we talking about cord?
I'm just remembering.
Well,
we
I
have
mean, she
power sets that
understands
we can use.
how like rope works.
Oh,
Zip ties
I mean-
are just plastic rope, right?
I mean, I can explain the principle. It is very simple. It is a box with a thing and then ridges, and then that's it. Otherwise, it's just plastic cord. Sure.
Okay.
it's a massive spike thing. Yeah, so that'll be spend a focus if you want, and you can make some zip ties.
Cool.
Lily will do that.
Okay, and then we'll zip tie him, and like I guess I'll like I don't know, do the thing where I like put a finger in there to make sure that they're not tight enough to cut off circulation. Like when I'm, put one of my fingers in there so there's like slack, and then pull it out so it's
Sure.
not going to make him lose his hands.
I'm not gonna say what just came into my head.
He's a snake. It might grow back.
Ink
No, that's
isn't.
the other guy.
Ink is just a guy.
Oh, this is not.
It's
This
just-
is
Like,
the.
this
This
is-
is
this is the
just
boss.
a regular
This is the
guy.
boss. Ink is
the boss
guy
with
who
a
thought
cool
he was
villain
the
name
boss.
and no powers whatsoever.
And maybe he just chose not to use them.
I mean, no, I peeped him.
Oh,
Are
that's
you
right.
bringing him into the regular area? Or are you just zip tying him in place?
I mean, I shrug. I figure
Might as well.
I think if I'm gonna move him, he'll be easier to drag once he's zip tied.
Yes.
So
I vote for
But-
keeping him separated from everybody else.
the unconscious people.
Yeah, but
Okay.
none of us want to go into that back room. The drug
not?
was literally just poofed everywhere.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
He spilt a giant barrel of it, guys. Am I the only one who remembers this?
Yeah.
nothing seemed to happen.
No, I
so
remember.
I wasn't concerned about it.
Also, might just be considering it a science experiment.
I've just slept. I have to say, I've slept since then.
Yeah, well, I remember what happened the first time. Alexi's not walking into that back room.
I mean, it's completely dark and wouldn't necessarily know where any of it is. But sure.
Out of a precaution, just not gonna go into that back room.
The dust is like whispering to you. Touch us.
That would be even more concerning.
So why did we want to keep Ink separated from the unconscious people?
It's just a good tactic to. Well, I mean, if they wake up, we don't want him being able to try to do anything with them to create another issue.
All right. So who's doing what right now?
We're having a conversation about what we're doing before we do it.
Dreadfire.
So far,
While they're
so far
doing
it's me
that,
and Liberty
Lily-
Lass.
Yeah,
While they're
Dreadfire's just
doing that,
collecting
Lily's
guns,
Lily's just gonna poke all the guns until they break.
It's
and so
pretty
yeah, he will help you do
common
that.
practice in the police.
Wait,
I think
save one gun. I need it for science.
Okay.
I think Alexi's just gonna start dragging off people into like separate rooms, just like by the scruff. Like by the back of the shirt, just starts like dragging people. We want people separated? Okay.
You're not gonna eat him, are you?
Man.
I don't know how this works.
Not all of them. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, I think Alexi's just gonna start trying to drag people to keep them vaguely separated. Like some of the non-powered, sorry, my dog. Some of the non-powered guys probably like drag into like a separate room and then like change back to keep informed and then like lock the door or something. Well, if it just doesn't have an outside lock, put a chair in front of it or something to lock it.
Were the snake eyes particularly strong? Did anybody notice?
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I still have the taste of metal in my mouth. It was kind of disgusting.
So zip ties probably not going to do it for them if they happen to wake up.
Mm.
Worth trying just in case.
I mean, okay.
We could use
Sure.
2 zip ties.
We don't know for sure that their hidden weakness is not zip ties.
It's
Without,
true.
Without testing that theory. I mean, so yes, we could use two zip ties. We'd also use 40 zip ties.
We can use handcuffs.
I kind of assume that super strength, even a little bit of it, is going to make short work of plastic, but I really don't know how the physics of super strength work because it doesn't make a lot of
Wait,
sense.
this is this chop shop. Does it have like a lube area where they drain the oil from the cars? We could trap them in, like put them in the lube area and just make it so there's no room for them to move.
With what?
Well, there's bound to be chains here. Put them down there, restrain them with some chains. They won't have as much room to struggle, and
There's lots
maybe
of
that'll restrain them a little bit more. I mean, we can I'm basically advocating for using our environment to restrain them.
Or we could just smack them again. I mean, they're not gonna wake up all spry and ready to go.
What is the overall like costumed vigilante position on breaking joints?
That seems excessive.
Like
God never
break
said
it-
anything about kneecaps.
kneecaps. And
Welcome,
joints.
Steel Aegis.
Like-
Hope you enjoy your stay.
I mean,
Let's be fair, he also broke a snake man's arm.
like when whoever picks them up and is going to take them to eventually someplace that can actually deal with powered people, presumably they also have some nice medical care, then they can decide whether or not to fix their joints, right? Or
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Well, presumably said same people will also have a way to take them safely off our hands.
yeah, but they're not here now. That's what I'm saying.
Precisely.
They
So
they
we
can
should,
recover from everything we
and-
do here other than murdering them, and maybe even that.
and instead of arguing about it, we should have that interrogation and call the
let's
cops.
just- that-
The
let's
particular
just-
the particular
mean-
failure mode I'm trying to avoid is we start interrogating, they wake up before backup has come to deal with them.
I
That's
would
it.
I would also like to point out that there's been a power outage and a gunfight. The cops are already on their way to this place.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I mean, this neighborhood,
I didn't say they were going to get here fast,
60%.
but they're
We'll
probably
see.
on the way.
Crash them with one of the
Somebody's got something.
cars.
I mean, there
That's
is
not-
a car in the room. We could just lock them in there.
We
Again-
could
again,
lower
I-
a car on top of them so they're stuck under the body.
Again, I point out super strength.
Mm.
Most
But
of
if they're
these
laying
things,
flat,
But then
It's
there's
hard
no...
to.
They're literally bench pressing. That's what exercise is, right?
Let's interrogate the prisoner. If they wake up, I will give them brain damage. Which is probably
Smart
better
plan,
than
I like that.
breaking their ankles or going all
That
full
sounds-
misery on them.
Sounds very reasonable.
Yeah.
It's so much
I mean,
better giving
no,
them
no,
permanent
brain damage
psychological
is not better than joint
So much
damage.
They can... At least
But-
they won't have any broken bones.
But at least you don't have any broken bones.
Orthopedic surgery is very
Shattered
well
for the rest of
established.
your days.
Therapy is easier than broken bones. I'm just saying.
Did someone in fact call the police or anybody?
No.
I don't think we had yet.
That usually gets taken
Oh,
care of.
I have
Oh,
a really good
definitely.
idea.
Again, blackout and gunfight, kind of assumed.
We could, Lily, if I
911?
describe something
your
to you and
emergency?
how it worked, could
Well,
you
it's
make
not
it?
super an emergency right now. No pun intended. But there's a
Is that
bunch
the
of
police?
yes. Hang on. There's a bunch of criminals here who in various states of unconsciousness and injury that somebody should probably come pick up.
Don't forget
here-
to tell them 2 of them have superpowers.
Unconscious?
Yeah, two of them are powered.
You need an
that-
ambulance?
that we know of. I mean, I don't think any of them are like actively bleeding. I mean, they all have concussions, I guess. I don't really know how it works with Dreadfire. Do you give people concussions?
I give them therapy bills.
Okay, so maybe maybe a therapist, but that seems like not acute. Maybe some
Maybe don't read to
maybe some
mention that they're the
Thorazine?
bad guys.
but yeah. You got some
Okay, okay.
lorazepam or
Ma'am,
something.
ma'am.
Maybe
Yeah.
mention the drugs too while you're at it.
Well, that's not an emergency. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
be
but
if
it's
they breathe it in.
context. It makes it not sound like we're breaking and entering.
I literally said they were a bunch of criminals. Also, we were. I mean, I don't know if they own this building, but if they did, we definitely broke and entered. I mean,
That's
we didn't-
probably enough on the telephone.
Did we break? Did we break it, or did we just open the door? Was the door open?
Hey,
How did
Hang up the phone.
Where are you, ma'am? Where are you?
Oh,
We can send
I-
someone.
hang on a sec. I just give them the GPS coordinates.
Okay,
There,
perfect.
I'm there.
We will send. We'll have someone there very soon.
Great. So everybody, well, okay. It's just that. See, I'm trying to avoid.
Who am I talking to?
Oh, sorry. This is Beholder. I've done some stuff. I don't know if you. I don't really want to.
You don't talk to
Totally.
cops often, do you?
Yeah, I don't want to have a.
If it doesn't get clipped, I don't know what will.
Somebody
I've done
take the
some
phone from her
stuff.
hands.
I mean,
We've broken and
um,
entered. I've done some stuff.
Now they definitely
you-
know there's
There's
drugs.
like
drugs.
if you want to talk to X, where X is whoever I tend to call in the police when I'm giving them a tip about people that I've done a bunch of spying on. That person knows me vaguely. Anyway,
After this.
yeah. But yeah. So there's several people here who are not criminals. We'll establish that when you come. Please just don't come in shooting. Thank you.
Oh no, I'm going to keep you on the line.
Oh, okay.
What can you tell me about the state of these people?
Well, I'm not that kind. I mean, I'm not a doctor at all, so I don't know. They're all unconscious, and none of them are actively bleeding, as far as I can tell.
You mentioned drugs. Were they on the drugs?
I don't
Did you
think
see
so
any of them
because
take any of the drugs?
they didn't get like superpowers or crystals growing out of them. Did they take any drugs?
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
We don't
Can't say
think so.
me.
I mean, some got spilled, so maybe secondhand, but nothing happened, so hard to tell. Yeah, probably people should come with hazmat suits because this stuff is bad to just touch.
Hazmat suits. Okay.
Or something, whatever you use to deal with materials that don't obey the normal laws of science, and but you still want to move it somewhere.
In the background, they just hear, "Hey, boss, where's the shards? Hey, wake up!"
while the phone conversation's going on, Liberty Lass is going to try to get Lily out of the chop shop before the cops show up.
Oh yeah, we
because-
probably shouldn't have the kid inside the building.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea to have a minor and an active crime scene at the very least.
Oh, it super does, but yeah, like
Minor that
Lily's too busy trying to grab all the marbles off the floor
Penny
before
has
the police
already-
show up.
baked that into the situation.
a minor
Well,
that
this is happening
actually
now.
being sought by the police.
Oh
Oh, there's
yeah,
also
that's
that.
right. Oh
Yeah,
That's
so-
what got us into this
you guys should
Hey.
like get leave.
Yeah, so
You're
So
having
I'm-
this
I'm just
conversation
gonna,
out
like,
loud.
no, Liberty Lass is just gonna like quietly try to get Lily under her, like to go with her. And if Lily even just for a moment resists, she's just gonna pick her up and run.
Yes,
Like football
Wait,
style under her arm.
that is definitely establishing us as the good guys with respect to this child.
Marbles!
I lost my marble.
We're not going to let anybody kidnap you. Grab.
Oh,
Once again, welcome Steel Edges. to the,
It's
to the
derailed.
more sane group. Yeah.
The
that's
just
Children.
derailed so quickly.
We're the choke group.
for the
Okay,
chill
I just want to make sure that like now this is already looking like it could be very bad. So I
Do you
just
know how
don't
long
want
you're going to be exactly? Because
Oh, we should have someone there very soon. We'll
Yeah,
just stay on
like,
the
you have
line.
can you just put a random number on? Not a random number. Put an actual estimate on that that seems vaguely accurate.
Approximately 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Then
How many
then
people
we'll-
are unconscious?
we'll just wait. I don't know. I count.
All of them.
All of them?
all of them.
Enough.
I give them the number of however many people I counted.
I think there's like 7 left.
And are they all breathing?
I mean, I don't think anybody's actively checking them all the time. I don't think anybody noticed. Nobody noticed that anybody wasn't breathing. Like I
How do
definitely
snake people breathe?
through their nose.
I don't know if we want to get into that argument right now. The human ones are still breathing from what I could tell.
They all seem to be alive.
They're fine.
Yeah, they
Okay,
were mostly
can
shooting.
you put them in the recovery position for me?
Sure.
There's too many of them.
What's the? I mean, what is that exactly?
Oh,
I'm
okay,
pretty sure-
perfect. I will walk you through it. And then
Oh, hang up the
Operator.
phone!
proceeds to start walking you through what position you should put the person in order
Uh-huh.
to facilitate them breathing and not choking on their tongue. They're actually
Okay, cool. Is it? It's okay for them to be zip tied while that happens.
that's going to prevent you from putting them in the. How many are zip tied?
I mean,
All of
of them.
them?
I think.
all of them.
Well, except for the
All of
snake. The snake people, they were talking about chains and putting a car on them. I don't know how that resolved yet. They were very strong while they were conscious. Right now, they're just lying there.
A bucket of water on ink in the background. Hey,
Penny will happily do her best with the non-snake people, and just leave the snake people up to people who had ideas about that, and we'll just let that
Okay. So
be their
just to
responsibility.
reiterate, there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. There's 4, I guess, normal baddies, regular goons, as it were, and 2 snake baddies.
Plus ink, or is ink one of the goons?
Plus ink, yeah.
Okay.
So
That'd be the 7 then.
7 guy. And they're all zip tied?
I mean, except for again the snake people. But I mean, we may have also zip tied them several times just because might as well. But sure.
I mean, it's an early warning system, right? You hear those zip ties pop, and it's like, wait a minute, what?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Dualily, can you like make a bunch of bells to put on all the unconscious people? So if they start moving, we'll hear that. That'd be great.
They don't have time for that.
Why not? Oh,
They'll
Bring
just
a
have
third
to
out of
have
this.
they'll be throwing
Right.
bells as like
Liberty,
Liberty Lass
Liberty
is carrying
Lass
them
is
away.
Liberty Lass is yanking them out of the room. Right. Sorry.
Bells. That's my last name.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right. Oh. Oh, just hang up the phone.
No, they're coming. This is
Yes.
Have you never called 911 before?
They are actively trying to find the child and
And
Yes,
you start hearing sirens in the distance.
Hang on a sec. I put the phone on mute, but don't hang it up.
As the fastest runner in
Like-
this group, can honestly say that the two of us are gone.
Okay, cool, good, great, lovely.
The remaining 3 hanging up to dry. But okay. So the sirens are coming closer.
We
Okay.
need to get info out of Ink.
Yeah,
As-
Dreadfire's just been in the back.
as
like,
much as
shaking and,
possible.
Yeah, like
trying to wake him up.
has Dreadfire gotten any mileage on waking Ink up in order to?
All right, so we'll go to that quick. You can.
Can we say
Yeah.
that?
He kind of like what?
Nap time's over. Where are the shards you're making this stuff out of?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
He
Aren't
just
you
shows
making the
up.
stuff here?
He shows.
Who's he?
The guy shows up with them.
What
What
guy?
guy?
The guy with the shards.
He got
That's
a
so
name?
Oh,
helpful.
In retrospect, that was obvious. Yeah.
I never asked his name. He said, "Do this," and he thought it was a good idea, so we did it.
So you don't have any more shards here. Some guy just
No.
brings them to you.
Well, I mean, he's supposed to eventually show up to get the containers.
When's that?
You walk past him.
No. When is he coming to get the containers?
I don't know. He just shows up with the shards.
You, are not
Heck, you know what?
gonna-
No, he doesn't come to get the container. We just distribute it. I have my guys. They run the stuff.
When does he bring the shards, boss man?
Last time was like week and a half ago.
What does this guy look like?
I don't know. Like he plays too much D&D.
That is very specific and also hurtful.
That can mean a lot of different things, honestly.
It was the guy that was in here before we entered, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the yeah,
because there were
didn't actually
technically
see-
3 powered people.
Yeah, I didn't
and
actually
then
see
one of
him.
them.
exactly. That was before I was looking through things. I could tell he was there from ESP.
So
This
where
is now
is
a taxi?
everyone at this point? You're all talking to Ink in that back
Yes,
room?
it seems like that is happening now in the main room because other people have been dragged off into side rooms in order
Okay,
to.
so I'm going to bring him up into the main
Separate
room.
them.
So you're in eye shot of everybody, more or less.
Assume so, yeah.
I feel like we're at a safe distance away, but from a place where like we could still watch the building
There's a
with
lot
like
of guys.
binoculars.
Looking at least 6 vehicles, including a big van.
Yeah, they're gonna need that.
Well, I mean, it might have SWAT in it. We don't know exactly how they're responding.
That's fair.
You just told them about there's a bunch of people unconscious. There's drugs everywhere.
And I've done
You've got them
things.
zip tied. Kind of not the good guys just yet.
I'm
I
going
Boulder's not the
to-
face of the group, is she?
We don't really have
don't
one.
really have a
exactly.
face.
We
Very
really
much,
don't
very
have
much the
one.
opposite of that. Like she's been
So-
actively avoiding being recognizable most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a snapshot of like the procession of cop cars that's coming on my burner phone,
Sure.
and I'm going to send it to Alexi's burner phone.
Cool. Yeah, like as soon as that gets sent, Alexi's like, guys, that's a lot of cars, and I'll show it to everybody else. And just kind of very clearly stressed. It's just like, guys, that's a lot of cars.
Okay.
How long do we want to stay here? Because we don't look great right now.
Penny looks down at herself. What?
I don't mean like that. I mean, look at
The situational. Yeah, that's-
like this doesn't look good for us, and I don't know
Is
how
this
many
not
of the
what-
police are going to believe us.
Is this not what the the dress up crowd does? Like go into places and beat up criminals and then have the police actually deal with the complicated stuff?
Boss man, does the guy with the shards ever call you on your phone, text you, anything?
Oh. And he give me a vigilance check. Anybody who's paying attention at this point to him. Ow!
Ooh.
Holy. Kind of a nice roll.
I can't see. I have to scroll way down. Hang on. Oh,
It's
there we go.
a fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
17.
Fantastic
Well,
17
That went okay.
and a fantastic 13.
Dang.
So we
Anybody
know
else?
Oh, is it we all can do this?
Oh no, wait. Yeah, you guys
Or-
can't. Wait a minute.
I mean, I
It was-
can because
You
I'm
said
in the
you
room,
said
but
if
I
you're
don't.
paying attention, but it was unclear.
Dualily can't.
You're,
Yeah,
if
I
you're-
think that's
if you're paying
familiar,
attention
actually.
to ink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, Alexi's in the room, but I don't want. I'm looking at my roll right now, and I don't want
Fair.
Fair.
I don't
Um,
wanna.
to. It's not good.
Dreadfire, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
You catch it, but I guess Beholder is basically just watching this guy's his heart rate, his you still have, I guess, you still have the X-ray vision on? No.
I do. I
Yeah,
didn't-
so technically
turn
you
that off,
can
so-
literally watch his heart rate. Doesn't change. But sort of this entire demeanor of wait a minute, confusion on his face. In a sense that no, he doesn't text me. He just shows up. It is weird.
Wow. Like for a boss, you are really just not on top of operations, I have to say.
Yikes.
Like,
Burn.
all, like,
As a project
burn.
manager, like
More of a
you
duo.
gotta like take like a couple of extension classes or something at the university. Just, I mean, if
And
you
he
get out of
takes an
prison, I
extra-
guess.
Takes an extra hit point of burn and dies. Dies of shame.
Taking his phone anyway, because he's surely called somebody useful.
That's smart.
The shame damage is real.
We should
Well-
probably go, unless you got more questions for the beacon
I mean,
of
no.
capitalism over here.
Sirens are
No,
louder.
he definitely seems just deeply unuseful to
Yeah.
everyone,
Yeah.
to us, to them.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very sorry for you.
Doesn't really seem like he knows what's going on ever.
I
Just,
mean, what? Guy shows up, he says, hey, this is a good drug. Take it and
Okay,
distribute it.
So in prison,
Yeah, but-
when they say, hey, you should take advantage of the library and the rehabilitation
Hey, I read.
options, you should do that. Right?
Do
Yeah,
you?
I read
you should
good.
do that. Reading is a good idea. You should read a bunch in prison and maybe read some.
Maybe don't trust random people who can
Yeah,
just
read some
suddenly
books
show
on-
up out of nowhere, like from thin air.
Hey, I don't
I
trust
think-
anybody.
Well, like you can't just blanket, say all teleporters are bad.
Okay, well that's not what I meant, but like they're
Well, yeah,
making
but there you
illegal
were
drugs.
being teleporter racist. So
That's
let's
not
just.
what I meant.
Rude.
Speaking of, I'm leaving. We should meet up afterwards. I'll text everybody an address. New meetup. I'm out.
Yeah.
Go out through the back, like getting out of
Yeah,
there.
Alexi's gonna follow out the back. Alexi's
the
like,
back
"No,
locked?
I'm done." We
He
can
will-
shove the
He
door
will
open.
find a way.
Unlock it. It's probably locked from the inside. You're inside.
Yeah.
But then, well, because the reason that we knew it was locked is because the people were trying to get out the back and they couldn't because it was locked. And
They're
presumably
also
it was locked from the
having a
inside, they
panic
would have
attack.
They didn't have enough
Yeah.
time to unlock it though.
It's certainly possible.
So that. Also,
Break a window. It's fine.
it could be a key.
Anyway, I'm waiting.
It was nice knowing you.
If this becomes a problem, I will probably be fine.
Out of all of us, Beholder is the most likely to be able to just like walk out of jail at least.
Yeah.
I guess
Next
technically not.
episode, jailbreak.
Dreadfire could also walk out of jail, but that would make a way bigger scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone could stop you, but
Right. But yeah, it would get on the news.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
subtle.
good. At that,
Have-
then that would turn into a wanted criminal case, and
Seattle Spider-Man would probably show
when-
up.
Right. Exactly.
Oh no.
Then you'd
Oh,
show up on
nice.
OnlyFans.
I'll just put on a cap. It'll be fine.
Ah. All right.
well.
So- Three of you dash off into the darkness, leaving the police coming around the corner, stopping, assembling, reaching into the chop shop.
Scene.
How close are you remaining?
Us?
Anybody?
I'm in the building, so 0?
I think Alexi would probably try to find a way to like hide on the roof so they can still hear the conversations going on.
Oh, so you're gonna basically fly up and around?
Yeah, bird farm and then just sit on top of the building and listen. Just to make sure. Just to make sure that, everybody like makes it out of it okay-ish.
That's kind of what Liberty Lass is doing right now. I think she's got Lily like probably up on a roof somewhere that's like discreet, and they've got like
Like a
some
few.
binoculars and are watching.
Few buildings away.
There's probably a whole conversation of Lily. Can you make binoculars? You're muted.
Lily doesn't understand the science behind them, but like,
Thing of glass, another thing of glass, another thing of glass.
mirrors,
Might
right?
not be the best binoculars, but they'll probably do something.
We'll probably do something.
Surely, if you put enough layers of glass in front of each other, something lighty will happen.
Something happens eventually.
I'm glad this conversation is not happening where Penny can hear it, because she's literally that is her PhD is in optics, and
That's not.
she would take focus damage. So
We don't want that.
That's not even. The refraction's all wrong. You can't. No, give it to me.
Dreadfire's just
Nothing
out
else. She can
unless
make a
he-
telescope.
Right. Unless he hears
Mhm.
gunfire or flashbangs or something going off, he's just going to continue. He's on foot, so he's not going to be getting away that fast. But
So, I assume you're probably heading back to, vehicle. Dreadfire vehicle. So those of you close enough, so Liberty Lass and Dualily would see, Anima can hear the police basically standard calling in a code sort of thing, reaching in sort of, and they're kind of doing, to people on point, everything else. They got the flashlights because there's no power.
oh yeah, probably Penny has just sort of spaced on the fact that there's no light in here because it's not affecting her meaningfully.
Yeah.
Just didn't occur to her.
And the standard thing, a bunch of dudes, riot shields out of the van, heavy helmets, heavy gear. Looks like much more thoroughly armed. doing basically spreading out perimeter all around the building. It seems like a definite concerned. And you see some ambulances now coming up the street to match.
They are taking prudent precautions.
And you're basically hearing, unknown number of assailants, unconscious, drug, possible homicides. Running
can you
through a
tell
whole
them-
list of things.
Can you tell them 7? We said 7 before. I'm still on the phone with 911, right?
I thought you muted them.
Well, I
They've
muted
been
it.
muted,
I
but yeah,
unmuted it. And when everyone left, they stopped talking about secret things.
Okay? And so the operator's like, the police should be there now. Do you see
Yeah,
them?
there's a bunch of sirens and they're yelling stuff that's inaccurate.
Do you see them?
I mean, yes, because the answer is yes. Like I have X-ray vision on, so yes. I don't
Alright,
think they're in the
so-
building yet, though.
I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna.
Okay.
I want you to head over to the
Oh God, they're already breaching.
coming through the ceiling.
Oh God!
The ceiling.
Get down, beholder! Get down!
Very.
Get around. Go forward. Okay. So
I got some
I'm
high
gonna
tech,
get you to hang up the phone.
rappelling ropes.
I want you to head over to the police and tell them everything you told me.
Okay. Don't you record these calls?
Yes.
Okay, but I have to say all the same things again.
Yes.
Okay. That's,
Nobody said it was an
that's-
efficient
that's
system.
that's suboptimal, but okay. Thank you.
I mean, they're assuming that you've got emergency personnel on scene, so they don't need to be on the phone with you.
Mhm.
No, it's very reasonable behavior on the part of 911. Penny's just having none of it.
Yeah. So they,
All right,
I
bye.
guess, hang up. And then you all head to the address texted by Dreadfire?
Well, he's going to text everybody except Beholder and then wait for Beholder to acknowledge the cops don't have her phone. And then he will pass the message on to Beholder as well.
Yeah, you get a text from Beholder. It's like, I'm totally not a cop. Everything's cool. Where are you?
That's right.
School is spelled with a K.
Also, where is Lily? No. So, the rest of you get a text. They meet at this location.
Yeah, I think like shortly after you bug out, like Dreadfire might actually get a text from Steel Aegis. And it'll say like, "Hey, I heard some weird stuff on the police scanner. Was that you guys? Like something about a bunch of drugged up snakes?"
God, this is the
Question
worst
mark.
game of telephone ever.
Yeah, question mark confused emoji.
Dot,
Like- Oh God.
dot. Maybe
They're back.
on the way to the clubhouse.
Which clubhouse? Our clubhouse? Old clubhouse? You guys got a clubhouse? Shall we meet
Yes.
up?
Yes. The official clubhouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do we have a
I'll
code
meet
word
you
for the
guys in the
clubhouse?
subway.
Donut chap?
Are we just gonna call it the donut shop just out of tradition?
Love it.
We should not. We should not do
No,
that.
I was joking.
Dreadfire hasn't actually been there, have you?
Do not call it that.
Has Dreadfire been there?
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
once.
So you remember the way in? It's one of them.
Kind of. Yeah.
Basically, you. Man, how are the rest of them? I guess meet at.
I assume we would have to meet like just outside somewhere.
Meet at the parkade.
Yeah.
And come this way. So you meet, at least at the address that Dreadfire gives, is parkade. 3-story parkade. Entrance to it, sort of thing.
Okay. So Beholder is not getting arrested?
That's what I'm wondering. Beholder is nearby, but not there, so you left, I'm pretty sure.
No, we didn't leave. We've staying to watch to make sure shit didn't go down.
Where is Beholder, anyway?
Still in the building, waiting for police to come in.
Oh. Okay.
This whole time,
So-
I've been repeating that.
So
We have
if
a
we want to
hostage
skip,
situation.
if we want to skip past that, we need to establish, did the police let Beholder go? At the very least. Because that would have meant that everybody else would have left.
No, they would not.
All right.
It's the only conscious, two conscious individuals.
Yes, presumably there would be a bunch of talking before she could go.
So you've got 2 unconscious, theoretically, multiple zip-tied, snake-looking dudes. And Beholder, the only one without any restraints.
And Ink is awake.
Ink is awake.
Yeah, because
He'll
we're talking.
vouch for us.
I mean, we didn't re-beat him up as far as I know. So
Riot police, then coming in through the same entry, which was helpfully broken apart by someone. So it was easy to get in. So they're going to do their standard, nobody move, get on the ground.
can I not? Please don't shoot me more than one at a time. Like, I just want to make a statement and then go. Like, I could have left before.
Who are
Can we just be
you?
can we just be cool about this?
Get on the
But hold
ground.
on, I said on the phone, does 911 not say anything? Is it like one of those places when you call customer service and you put in a bunch of information and then the person answers the phone and they don't know any of that information? Why did they even ask?
And then the guy on the ground with the tattoos, he's like, help, help, she's taking us all hostage.
Oh, it is a good thing we all left. I do not want to be in this building while Beholder is mad.
She literally bursts out laughing. She's like, okay, if this works, that is good on you. First actually smart thing I've ever even heard of you doing, but we'll see. Did that seem convincing? I asked them.
Oh my
I'm trying to diffuse the situation
Which
by
is
being
glitching right
aggressively
now.
casual about it, right?
Mhm.
If they do start shooting me, it will be very bad very quickly.
For them
No, for me.
and them. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think we would avenge you. We become the bad guys.
The start of our villain arc.
Every time he just joins a team.
Every time. Why is this happening to me?
Oh.
All right. The guy that was yelling looks visibly confused.
Like, if you really, really want me to get on the ground, I will do that. But
Yeah, get on the ground.
okay, hang on a sec. I changed my superhero outfit into like a mechanic's jumpsuit, but don't change my actual physical appearance. And then I lie down. I'm pretending to not get my fake clothes dirty.
Fair,
It's-
I guess.
It's subterfuge.
Oh.
Okay. I'm at a loss, honestly. Um, the, the one guy comes in. The perimeter's clear. There's a breach at the back door. Some others might have got away.
See, I feel like 911 telling me to hang up, like that was a mistake, right? Because if I was still on with them, then I could verify with you that I am the person who called 911, right? I'm saying this from the
Well,
floor.
all right.
Like, this whole thing just
Ma'am,
logistically.
we'll check it. We'll check.
Okay, thanks.
Can I get a confirmation on and start stalking into his thing with the caller who called and what this is all about? And the guy on the floor, he's like, "My name is Beholder."
Jesus Christ!
And this she's crazy, man. She took us hostage.
I
I was
mean,
like, okay, hold on. Apparently someone named Beholder called.
yeah, that's me. I mean, unless you believe him, and then it's him, but I wouldn't. Um,
Well, okay then.
um,
With that evidence.
You want to believe the guy selling the drugs?
oh, well, here, like thematically speaking, right? Penny will drop the disguise on Beauty,
Oh, okay.
so that her eye is visibly glowing blue.
What
See,
the hell?
Beholder, Beholder. It's a pun. I'm sorry. You got something like that?
Sorry.
She's asking Ink. What's your story for picking the name Beholder? We'll wait.
Oh, wait.
Give me
I mean, Penny has Penny has Logic 5 and Ego 4 at this point, so like
mean
you're not gonna win an argument with her.
give me an ego roll though. That's the same.
Alexi is so glad they stayed behind because listening to this is pure gold.
Nice.
So that's some.
Nice.
Alexi's
that's
on top of
16.
the building, just like losing it.
I think Alexi is telling Liberty Glass and Dualily what's being said,
Texting.
and we're telling Alexi what we're seeing.
Alexi's like, dude, she's got some sick birds.
Sparrow on the skylight. No.
Priceless.
So with a Marvel success, no less, 16. Free and clear out. The cop, he's sort of right. Okay. Hold on. Hey, wait a minute. Is there a point, Beholder, that you have shown the eye
Well,
at another point in another combat?
we had said that when I use energy absorption, because it's like technically a power that's out of my weight class, that Beauty breaks through the disguise. Like there's a brief blue glow from the eye that is doing the thing, and then it goes away.
Yeah. Is there any point that you've used it
she
before?
has never yeah, that has come up at least once. Like in the
I want to say the bees.
yeah, and the gargoyle thing I think happened at one point.
I think the gargoyle was too soon, but I think the bees for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
the
mean,
most recent.
I had that at character creation, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, she's never like fully dropped it and just let it hang out visible. And in fact, once she had established that stuff, she would have put the disguise back up because.
Fair.
Certainly doesn't want anybody taking pictures of it. That could get awkward.
I can't remember the name of the thing. Oh, never mind. Found it. You look familiar. Hold on. Wait a minute. We got called and we just missed some sort of fight at the Gun of Remembrance.
Oh,
You-
right, the park benches thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to talk to you about public property.
Okay. I mean, I definitely
What?
stayed after
So why
that
are
fight
you-
too, Mike.
What
Like
are
I
you
said,
doing
that I
here?
waited for people to show up. Like she's never left the scene of a crime, not once.
Yeah, I think that's why they want to talk to you.
Well, it sounds like they're saying that
Where
they
are
hadn't
your-
already talked to her.
Where are your miscreant friends?
Oh, I mean, they left. I'm not their mom.
How do we get a hold? Can we put a wire on you? No. All right. Okay. You some kind of vigilante or something?
Shh, I really don't. I try not to be, but kind of, I guess.
Okay, you're gonna.
I've fallen in with a good crowd.
Aw.
And he looks around at the unconscious.
No, not these
goons.
guys. The ones who left.
Okay. Well, this guy's
Lying. Deficient.
calls himself
Trying
Vinny
very hard.
DeMilo.
Oh,
Uh, on the streets, he calls himself Ink. He is known to us. So the fact that you're standing and he's in a zip tie, it makes me lean towards good guy for you. But I'd
Thanks.
really like to know, how. I mean, no offense, but you ain't exactly you ain't exactly on the juice. So how is it that somebody I'm going to say it, as tiny as you, is knocking some pretty heavy hitters around?
oh. Well, I mean, when I do it specifically, usually I'm borrowing someone else's juice, if you want to call it that.
So you are on the juice.
When you say juice, can we just define that? Because I don't want to just blindly use the
Yeah, like roid monkeys.
Oh, like you're talking about anabolic steroids.
Yeah.
No. I I have
What juice are you on?
well, it's tech. I mean, I guess it could be some kind of like hyperdimensional fluid, but I'm gonna say, no. I'm gonna say dimensional energy. How's that? Does that work? It's not a scientific term, but I've heard a lot of people use it, and it is just super nonsense. But here we are.
Okay, yeah, what? Sure, dimensional microbots.
That is definitely not what I said, but sure.
And I'm pretty sure that's a trademark.
I know, right? Well, it's Disney, so it's all owned by Disney. No. So he's writing dimensional energy. Really wondering why he came into work tonight. Questioning.
There's not a lot of places
Got 2
you can
days
go
to
in this
retirement. I'm too old for this.
particular universe.
And he takes, I guess, a basic statement from you. What happened here?
Okay. I will be completely forthcoming, aside from A, people's real names, and B, Dualily being here at all.
Probably a good plan.
Smart choice.
Statement to police. Everybody
Good stuff.
except Louis. And basically what transpired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Note to self: don't talk about kid. That was what
Jonah Jameson article. So, trying to think of something.
Have they let her stand up at this point, or
I would hope.
Yeah.
I'm not assuming anything.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. You can. All right.
Yeah. She'll change her costume back then.
Don't make me regret this. But I'm gonna get you to come in and make a statement to tomorrow, I guess, because this seems to be done. Here, there's nothing for us to do. So fantastic. I guess thanks.
No problem. I mean, there were minor problems, but we overcame them.
The rest of your team.
Yes.
I gotta ask though. We're on the lookout. Have you seen a young female?
I
About
mean,
10 years
I-
old,
oh, you're being
and
specific.
he gives
Okay.
you Lily's description.
I didn't. Let me think. No. Why?
Need ego roll.
Still 16. Not fantastic this time.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, they got us out looking for this kid. She's been missing for a
Oh, I didn't see anything on the news. Because we didn't, right? That was specifically a weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a weird thing.
Yeah, so she's just, lampshading that as an excuse for not knowing anything about this.
All right. Well, I mean, I gotta ask. So,
No, fair, sure.
see you around here anyway. Hopefully, no kids involved in this sort of thing.
No, God, you wouldn't want them. There were a
Ow.
bunch of people shooting at people. Would be very irresponsible.
Lily's grateful that she
Shooting?
took all the marbles.
Where are all the guns?
I think someone was breaking them. I wasn't super paying attention at that point.
Where would the gun debris be?
I don't know.
I had been collecting them all in a box so the bad guys couldn't get to them. So I like to assume that Lily just.
So there's a box of
There's just a box of like
destroyed gun parts.
Literally was just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Play-Doh in the box.
All right, so we can knit this one up. He basically gets you to come to the station on your own recognizance, come make a statement or more thorough thing, so they can dot their I's and cross their T's on the paperwork and such. And he sort of gives you a good night, and another guy is just like, "You just letting her go?" Like, yeah, I guess she's one of the good guys.
She pauses. Try to be.
So, thanks, I guess.
Sure.
You're just walking away.
I mean, yes, at that point.
Walks off into the sun. I need to play that, really sad music. You're walking away. Starts to rain.
Oh, no, the Hulk music? No. Yeah.
All right. No. And from here, as you make your way,
I mean,
towards-
I'm probably gonna go various places just to make sure I'm not being followed. Which with my vigilance, I feel like is something that I can be fairly confident about.
literally have an eye in the back of your head. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, once I'm clear, then I will text them and be like, "Hey, where is people?"
All right. So you get the directions. I'm assuming.
I mean, let's make sure.
Oh, fair.
Do you give me the directions?
Yeah, I was just waiting for confirmation that like you weren't in lockup or something.
Making sure you weren't actively surrounded by police.
That's what I'm saying. Constant vigilance, right? You gotta.
What?
But so far, the people who were watching to make sure that they could avenge me have not said anything.
True.
Oh, as soon as you walked out of the building, Alexi would have turned into a bird and like flown off.
Liberty Lass?
I would have offered Lily a piggyback ride and
Scooter.
done the Luke Skywalker and Yoda run through the city.
Do I get
So
to
it
sing
sound-
about a stick?
Sounds
My
like the
stick is
answer,
better than
Dreadfire,
bacon?
is that no one has confirmed that.
Oh, well, I mean,
So-
Alexi would have seen the address and then just started heading in that direction.
And then once Liberty Lass thought she could lead or contact Beholder, I guess she would send her a message.
The message gets sent.
Okay, hooray.
We'll summarize that. And you all make your way to Hal's meeting point. At this point, let's take a quick 5-minute break. I've had them sitting for too long. So go, hydrate, get some snacks, bring some back to the rest of us, and we'll see you in
Another day, the sun is gone again. Another night spent wide awake. If all the world is crumbling, I can feel it coming. If no one answers when you call me a hero. I might be dead, but I'm not done. I might be a hero. I might be dead, but I'm not done. I might be a hero. I might be dead, but I'm not done. We all need a hero. I might be dead, but I'm not done. Call me a hero. We all might be I might be dead, but I'm not done. Might be a hero.
A lot of waiting for us to wrap it up.
You know what he said? I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, see?
All right.
It gets us to shut up real quick.
Yeah.
Come on.
Does it?
And we're back.
Does it
Be
really?
polite.
It gives the illusion.
After a lengthy conversation with some law enforcement, at least with one of you, the rest beating a hasty retreat, not wanting to explain themselves to the powers that be, the group has split the party, and have arranged to meet at a location given to them by Cal Dreadfire, which ends up being, as everyone's slowly arriving,
Absent of donuts.
some of you with donuts, a parking garage.
Dreadfire will get a text saying suits or casual wear.
Everyone will get a text that's like, "What floor of the parking garage?"
So respond to Aegis with just knowing us both question mark.
Thumbs
Fair.
up emoji.
Fair.
And then we'll just respond back bottom floor. And yet Cal is Cal. As soon as we got away from the action, he went back to being a normal man on a motorcycle.
And so then Dreadfire leads everyone else. Cal leads everyone else down the ramp to the P1 level. The basement, I guess, or the first level basement of the parking garage. And leads them basically to a wall.
A nice wall
We
you
get to
got
draw
there,
on the
Cal.
wall?
Does it
That
become
was-
clear at any point before that where we
I don't
were
know.
going?
You turn it on your X-ray vision.
I'm asking the people involved. No,
Well,
like
okay.
about communication verbally.
Okay, go.
It's been a busy couple of nights. I met the other folks with the team up with the groups and the things. Yeah, that was a lot. Anyway, this is one of the ways you get into the new digs. I figured we probably needed a place to lay low for a few minutes, and I was going to bring you guys by to check it out
Okay.
anyway.
Is that a thing that they would want people not costumed to come up to, because then that would draw attention to it? Or
I mean, it's underground for a reason out of that. They didn't really get specific with the details. So.
well, that's confidence inspiring. Okay.
You're gonna
I
see
could-
a faceplate just kind of emerge from the wall. It's like, oh, hey, okay, you two I recognize. Are the rest your pals?
Catering stuff,
And
yeah.
he'll say that.
I mean, as far as I know, I haven't checked their DNA.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
You're
pals
the
is what everyone
scientist.
would use.
Yeah. Speaking of which, there was a request, Beholder, for you to figure out how to not let him walk through the wall anymore.
And
Of
yeah,
the
Aegis
base.
will walk.
I mean,
We'll keep walking through the wall now, and
yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that, but not right now.
yeah,
Oh,
he's in
no,
like
that's
an
science.
kind of armored outfit, long cape, metal mask on a helmet. It's like, yeah, that's like our biggest security concern right now. But
You walking
Okay,
through the
I-
walls?
Or
yes, me
Are you
me
ba-
just
are
going
you
straight.
bad?
No, but I can't be the only person who can do this.
Oh, for sure not. Okay. So what you mean is, and I speak of the non-royal you, you want me to think about a way to stop people in general from doing that, and not
That was-
Yes,
this person specifically. Okay.
Yes.
yeah. Also, I can do some things while Faith. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I don't know how to open the door from this side, so I will be right back. And he'll just kind of jog back through the wall.
I mean,
And-
that does enhance the security of the door if you
They-
literally
they
can't
showed
open it
me-
from the outside.
No, they showed me how to. I think maybe you need a clicker or something.
Yeah, the wall will like
Like a
sink in a
garage
little
door
bit, and then like move off to the side.
like Liberty Last like goes over to like, oh, the door's already opened. Never mind.
Yes. He goes in,
You'll never know.
and then the door itself sinks in, slides open, and you see basically a continuation with more metallic walls of a driving path, essentially.
I have a question slightly unrelated to this particular moment, but to previous moments. Given your lengthy run-in with the police, did you manage to smuggle out your drug samples that you were so excited to get?
I want to say that I had like put them in a pocket, or at least something in a pocket, like when I immediately picked them up. But Like we didn't cover that specifically. No.
I
Oh,
will
we,
allow a small amount
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't gonna take a giant container.
because you have the capacity to completely change your appearance, so you can get away with your lab coat having a bunch of purple glitter dust all over it, and no one seeing it, essentially, or whatever pocket.
Oh,
can
you
basically
guys
get a
were-
pocket full of straw.
Ideally in a bag, but sure.
I mean,
Not just rubbing it
yeah,
everywhere.
right.
Loose
No,
pocket.
it's just pocket candy.
Pocket candy.
Pocket sand.
No, yes, in a bag.
Sorry, just I was curious.
Yes,
Just-
no,
Yeah.
thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, you guys got drug samples too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. We just got some. We're having our more mystical member kind of looking at it, seeing what he can figure out about it.
And when
We
you say
are
mystical,
straight up elf.
Oh,
that was
Like-
one of the things
like-
I was going to
like
tell
cookies?
you. No, elf.
More like the Ring movie, not
You know
not the
the guy-
Ring,
oh,
the one with the dwarves and elves
Orlando,
and the
Orlando Bloom,
Ink?
Sam that
Yes.
crawls
Yeah,
backwards
him.
out of the television ring.
the non-pirate Orlando Bloom movie.
yeah, him. It's more like him, but if
That
he
people
could
remember.
throw fireballs and wind balls.
Okay.
But yeah, we have him looking into the crystals and some of these drug samples. We think they're coming from like his dimension, plane, world. I don't know how mystic stuff works very well.
He's the one of you.
There's a reason for that because it's made up.
Eh,
It's a bad name for science.
one of your crew can turn the things on and off, right? Like just totally shut them down. The shards.
Yeah, that would be him. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
And then how
I
did
didn't
they
tell you
get
guys
here?
Alexi,
we're working on that.
how much would Alexi's parents have told them about?
I think we had agreed that they hold on. I'm trying to
Essentially, the
find my
conservative
notes.
parents of a liberal.
We haven't gotten to that part yet. No spoilers.
No.
I think we had agreed that they had told Alexi that information about like the Anima as a group and what their like power set was and like where they come from, but like we had agreed it was like very like base information what Alexi needed to know in order to like get control of said powers and nothing more than that.
You're
I
a
think is what we
changeling?
agreed. Yeah.
What we do. Don't ever show anybody.
Yeah, I think that base information is kind of what we had looking at my notes is what we had agreed on.
Cool. So very little knowledge of the realm on the other side.
Yeah.
Cool. So when you hear the word elf, you're like,
Yeah. No, like it's like what? Alexi was going to make a comment being like, I think Ink's D&D comment was like
did.
more accurate than I thought.
When he said D&D, that their friend is who I was thinking of. That's why I was confused.
it's literally through a guy who played D&D in this land. How do you feel?
Not that bad.
He probably
was
had
stealing
main character
drugs.
syndrome. His name was Ink. He had main character syndrome. You know he did.
You're so right.
Fair.
But yeah, Zan will take off his mask, and the armor that he's been wearing just kind of dissipates into light, and he's just wearing like a shirt, jeans, and a bomber jacket. And it's like, so what was like the whole deal with the drugged up snakes?
What?
Were the snake people on drugs?
They
No,
were selling drugs.
Not that
No, they
we're
were
aware
selling
of.
drugs. They were making drugs. They were manufacturing and
Oh.
distributing.
This is why listening in on police comms is not like
Yeah,
the best
the-
form of getting your information. It's like a really
Whatever
bad game
you
of
guys have been
telephone.
doing, the police are baffled.
Well,
Wow.
As
it was
they
a
should
very interesting phone call that happened.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I was very forthcoming.
that
I've
is
done
accurate.
some things.
regardless, so
It's
you guys have been
never a
studying-
good thing to tell the police.
Yeah, we don't need to rehash
In
it.
general, you tell them the
In
least amount of
reference to that
information
name, it's
possible.
only good things. Like anything they know about that name are good because it's me telling them, "Hey, there's crimes happening here. Maybe you should go check it out." And then I faff
But-
off, right? That's my shtick until I met up with all you guys, and now I'm actually like doing things, and that's
All I'm
okay.
saying
But
is
Doesn't it
that
make you feel better though? Don't you
the
sleep better at
police
night when you did
probably,
something?
on average, here I've done some things as a bad thing and are going
Yeah.
to assume bad things.
Yeah, it's not a great social etiquette.
they were asking who I was. I didn't. How else do you like explain that? Like
I'm
They're not just gonna-
Beholder and I
not gonna take-
superhero.
they're not going to take my word for it anyway. Like the whole point is for them to go look it up.
In
I'm
your
kinda
defense,
surprised they
we
didn't,
probably
unless-
shouldn't have been trying to talk to you while you were on the phone. So
Wow, that didn't help it. Whatever.
Yeah, that's probably not a.
that's
So-
our bad. Sorry about
Great
that.
comedy, though.
You
You
guys
could
have
leave
been studying,
notes.
right? You guys
Like-
have been studying the drugs, right? So the
Oh,
drugs
yeah.
are basically just shards put through a blender and then snorted. Basically,
As far as I understand, yeah. One of our other team members is a tattoo artist, and apparently some people are getting the drug like actually tattooed on them. So I don't know what that's gonna do in the long run, but it can't be healthy.
of all
Well-
the people that have information about that, the guy named Ink did not. That I find that
Yeah.
ironic.
That's also
Really?
yeah.
It's kind of a
Did he
letdown.
have tattoos?
Not that we saw, but we didn't like.
It was
strip
kind of
him.
Why
dark.
would you
I
call
kind of
yourself
assumed
ink if you don't have
it was
tattoos?
dark, but yeah, we kind of.
I mean, it was ink with a Q at the end, so like
Oh, I feel like I feel like I've read that character's name in a comic before. That might be copyright infringement. Oh, he's going to be in all sorts of legal trouble if he gets out of jail.
He's got.
if he gets out of jail.
So has anyone who is aware of what I'm gonna, and it pains me to say this, start calling normal science, looked at the drugs or just
Just our mystic.
okay?
I don't know about the rest of our team, but
Kinda-
I
Can
am
you call people that? Sounds offensive.
what
somehow.
mystics?
Never met one. Seems like-
Mystical individual.
Maybe
Fake
they prefer
magic.
I don't know.
metaphysically challenged.
I have used the term Fae, but I don't know. Fae might be racist. I need to talk to him about that.
Well, this
But
goes
is it
back to
the same-
whole-
I thought Faye was homophobic. What?
No.
No, but you're close. Just don't change any of the letters in that word. It's fine.
But also,
well-
technically, here, Fae are like a completely different. We're looking too much into the logistics of this.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
way too much.
Magic.
Yeah, we
One
haven't
person who
had.
can use magic is looking at it. Our scientists probably should also be looking at it from a scientific
Yeah,
standpoint.
I was just
I
hoping that I
agree.
could talk to someone who, we could speak the same language at each other. But I will attempt to translate to and between
Yeah, I'm.
mysticism. So there,
Yeah,
so
like
when
I've-
Penny says that word, there's it's definitely like a little wince of pain, but also like it's just the distinct impression that when she says mysticism, she is actually saying the word nonsense. She's just pronouncing it mysticism.
There's big
Also, I
quotation
would like to
fingers
say
around
that we have been going down the hallway while
Oh,
chatting.
Yeah, this whole conversation is
Presume-
happening
I
as
should
we're
hope
walking.
so.
Yeah.
I assume.
Although,
Mhm.
frankly, you need some street luge things up at the top of this ramp so that people on foot can then just hop on
Yeah.
and then-
Yeah, we really do need a trolley or something. I think it's in the works. But yeah, like
Maybe one of those airport conveyor belts.
Those give me motion sickness. It's weird. Then again, I walk while I'm on. But yeah, back to the drugs. Well, more specifically, the crystals. I think me and Gideon are the only other ones who have like looked at them. But I've done it in a more like energy sense. For for Solstice, our mystical individual, I made kind of like a Geiger counter that reads the crystal's energies, so we can hopefully track them.
Oh wait, y'all keeping them here?
We are keeping at least one here. I think maybe two. We have a vault. Also, Gideon had a, let's see, what would you call it? Vision, a memory, a hallucination when he grabbed one of them.
So did I.
Touching them can
Oh,
be bad.
did you go to Asgard?
No.
Oh, he did.
No.
A little jealous, honestly.
No, this is fine. This is good. Because I was going to ask. So,
Did he
so
physically leave?
my working theory had been that these crystals are basically
Storage units.
they're a lot more than 4-dimensional objects, right? So they're sort of like making things cross over between different dimensional realities. Which is why you get weird which is why you would get weird like resonance and refraction effects when you're putting energy into it. But the energy coming out of it, that I don't know. Maybe it's just leaking from other places.
Yeah. We have had several theories about the crystals, but honestly, I think yours might be the closest to reality.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I thought they might have been a battery or like a fantasy USB drive, like some kind of data storage. And then we were thinking, oh, maybe it imbues things as life, or maybe it's some kind of defensive weapon. We think they might also be getting used for a chain reaction to breach the dimensional wall between us and wherever the elves are coming from.
That sounds bad.
An
Yeah.
invasion force?
Yeah.
Invaded by elves?
Wait. Are these the like? There was a thing about Thor, Asgard, all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Nonsense. They were talking about elves at some point. I did not pay attention. Same elves, different elves.
I want
Do
to
you
say
mean
they
the
might
dark
be
elves?
different.
I mean, I wouldn't use that term, but sure.
Yeah.
Just vaguely remembering Thor too.
Like I'm just assuming that a lot of things are like vaguely rumored at this point. But yeah.
Aegis will get his phone out and text Solace. Oh, well, he started texting and then he immediately stopped and he was like, "Oh, I don't know how to phrase. Are there different kinds of elves?"
Without being insulting.
Oh.
How about is the word elf used by different people to mean different things?
He's gonna turn to Cal and be like, "She is more smart than you led me to believe."
I tried to tell you the science.
Wow.
What part of science did you not understand?
Don't you mean smarter?
Damned with
no,
faint praise.
like, there are definitely people who do science who are stupid. So don't just assume that
Yes.
someone, especially someone who just says they do science. I normally wouldn't even use that phrase "do science," but I'm translating.
Ask him if it's possible to become possessed by an elf.
Maybe
All right.
a dead elf?
That sounds bad. That doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if you should ask that.
Why?
Also, is it
Well,
possible for a human to be possessed by an elf,
Doesn't sound
dead
good when you phrase it
or
like
otherwise?
that. Okay. All right.
One more
some
time.
people.
Why were we asking that question?
Well,
I don't know.
some people touch the shards and stuff comes alive.
I didn't
right?
ask it. I was just
Well,
adding
And then
on.
some people snort the things, and then they turn into these big rock monsters. I touched my shard, and I got Gary, and so I'm starting to wonder if Gary's an elf.
I don't think that I don't think this is
Okay.
secluded to just elves. I think we're looking at this at a
Yeah.
very one because my interaction was not with
Well-
elves. So I think we're looking at this
Well,
from a very one-pointed
our-
mindset, and we need
yeah,
to broaden
our
it.
reaction or our interactions have mostly been with elves. Before I joined the team, they encountered an elf who gave this whole Shakespearean spiel about invasion, I think, and threw a crystal at them.
I
And
think we need to broaden our scope a bit.
oh,
I mean,
right,
that's fair. We
the
could
Winter
be
Queen.
overusing the term.
I think
Mab, yeah, that was
yeah,
Alexi
Mab
immediately
and,
tenses up at
Morgan Le
that.
Fay.
They are like, huh?
Yeah, Mab and Morgan Morgan Le Fay are peoples of interest.
Oh, great.
Uh,
I'm gonna not think about that too much right
So
now.
we're saying that Morgan Le Fay is a real person? And
At least someone
and
using her
alive?
name.
okay, well that's fair. More likely.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you.
the same as I guess Thor and Loki, and there's a guy running around calling himself Hercules. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, I've seen
I'm not
movie.
aware of this one.
He's an Avenger.
So just point of information. Gary?
Yes.
Gary.
Oh, yeah,
you
who's-
know, Gary? He's you got me right, and then you got Spooky Me.
Uh-huh.
Spooky Me is Gary, kind of, except I think he'd be a lot worse if he wasn't doing what I tell him to do.
Okay. So okay. I just thought that was you being snarkier when you were on fire and less able to be punched.
Well,
Yes and no.
he's very aggressive. I think I temper it a little bit with
Okay.
being a smartass.
Okay. Sure.
I just feel like I have to ask, but you were law enforcement or military, was that right?
Well, I gave you that impression.
You said it when we met you at the steakhouse.
Yeah, I used to be in the military.
Okay, and Gary is for sure a separate entity and not like some kind of PTSD or DID that was open or aggravated by the crystal.
Well, I mean,
What I'm saying is, do we need to get you a therapist?
that would be ironic. given
frankly,
what I do for a living,
That
but
should just be on the list of things that the organization needs to have.
I think that's
just-
probably. We
I
should
think
have
it
a
might be,
I
competent
think an
therapist, but-
on-site
Yes.
therapist.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, there should be actually a rotating like 3 because they
Yeah.
can't just put it all in one
Yeah.
person. 'cause
Oh,
they
no,
will
yeah,
crack.
for sure.
Yeah,
They
that
will
would be.
crack.
We need a team.
burn right
Yeah,
out. Like
yeah.
But,
Like a
to
team of
answer
yeah.
your question, like I kind of specialize in PTSD and fear disorders. I work at the vet center, so no, this is
Okay.
a bit more than that. I think.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Lily
sure.
cautiously raises her hand and is like, "Can I be the team therapist? I'll make
Absolutely
breadsticks
not.
for everybody."
You could be the
No.
team mascot, dear.
Is that the
Aw.
kid?
Be hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, I told
Yeah,
you guys.
that's
We
the
just,
kid.
Hey,
How old?
she has
Are
a
you?
name. We can use
Oh, I'm
it.
sorry.
That's-
He'll lean over and hold out
can
his
we?
hand. My name's Zan. What's
Actually,
yours?
I'm not entirely sure.
Well, my name's technically Alexander, but Zan sounds cooler, so Zan's fine.
My name is Lily. Nice to
Oh,
meet
nice
you.
to meet you. So, where's
I just looked at
your guardians?
She
Like,
points to
Oh, sure.
everybody.
We can explain the situation to you later. It's not good.
Okay.
The kid's with us, and will be
the
staying
short
with us for their
version-
safety.
Don't tell anybody that you ever saw her or say her name in public because
Yeah.
people show up trying to kidnap you.
Yeah, there's
The
a
cops are
strange,
active-
there's a
they-
strange mind influence thing going on that we're not 100% clear on right now.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
happened when
We are
it happened with
Assuming it's
technology.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind thing. Okay, that's interesting.
Actual Guardian, not good people. Police are actively looking for this one. It's not good. It's not good. at all.
Okay.
Whatsoever. Not good.
All right, I will
Long story short,
avoid
bad.
mentioning you in public. But I am moderately certain that it's safe to say your name here.
You gotta work on
Perfect.
security. but
If you
yeah.
feel like
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
You should never feel pressured to tell someone your name. I don't.
Fair.
We know.
Lily's just gonna skip around and sing Lily, 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 Lily. Because it's safe to say her name, so she's very happy.
Anyways,
And then we
so
find
that
out there's
situation's been explained.
there's a curse, and she says it enough times in a row, then summons her
Like
dad.
Beetlejuice gets summoned.
She summons herself.
An extra Lily. Oh no.
Oh,
That's yourself.
But yeah. Yeah, well, I'll wrangle the narrative from Mike here for a second and say, eventually we get to a, like a freight elevator and start going down. And Zan will be like,
More of a platform.
okay, so we have like,
And yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
comes. It opens up into a large parking area. Where
It's a Batcave elevator, you're saying, basically.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
only doesn't go quite so far down to a tiny little area and tiny little platforms. It's kind of more logically built on solid.
AKA,
Mhm.
it's cooler than the Batcave.
You can't fall
Yes.
to your death stepping out of the car
Well,
in one
it's-
direction.
Yeah, it's
more
up to
functional
OSHA
for the Batcave, which means it's
specs.
cooler for a certain kind of person.
Less edgy, more practical.
Yeah,
So-
safer.
Yeah, we have
no
have
pennies to smush you.
a lab, a workshop. We have a kind of like this training room. It's still getting up and running, but according to Gideon, we'll have like dummies and stuff. But right now, we've just been using it for sparring and testing out abilities. Fun
That sounds
fact.
something nice to call people. Dummies.
Not that.
I mean, you saw those guys at the shop. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just,
But
This
yeah,
is what happens when you
fun
don't go to
fact.
school. You become a dummy.
I
But yeah,
can't
fun
go to
fact,
school.
We could teach you here.
Yeah, I'm sure we could get
guardianship over to you.
this is gonna go great.
Let's see, training room. We have a kitchen and we have a living like apartment area. The rooms are pretty nice.
Okay, for God's sake, tell us the fun fact.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
It's
Fun
okay,
fact,
I'm on it.
you cannot be grabbed by telekinesis if you have intangibility powers. Yeah, I
Okay.
just thought that was fun. I would have assumed that, telekinesis is you're grabbing something with your mind. I thought it would have worked, but yeah, way around it. Also, I can't smell when I'm intangible.
Tangible.
Intangible. Phasing.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Mostly.
I can still see though, which is
Yeah,
weird
you can,
because
you can still see and you
Yeah.
can hear, right?
yeah,
Which is even more mechanical than smelling.
yeah, it is. My power set is bizarre.
No, yes.
Well,
Almost
you'll-
all metahuman abilities are just gross violations of standard physics.
Oh,
So-
I'm
We're just
I'm not a
adding
meta.
to that.
He'll reach into his coat and pull back out the faceplate that was on his helmet and say, yeah, no, all my powers come from this thing. I'll swing around. So yeah, this thing. I put this on and I get the armor and the powers.
Okay.
Some kind of tech. Haven't figured out what. Our technopath just said it's an empty void of ones and zeros. So yes.
Isn't that just the internet?
Technopath?
Oh yeah, Synapse. She is a mutant with technopathic powers.
That was the one I said that could give us all a brain link if we wanted to not have to.
Oh
use-
yeah.
telekinesis,
Yeah.
also telepathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Okay.
has psychic powers that are granted by not her mutant ability, to my understanding.
That clarifies.
Do we want to know where the psychic powers come from?
I don't think that's for me to tell.
Got
I
it. Got
think
it.
that is
Got it.
a personal
Got
thing for her.
Cool. Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely. Obviously.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
She will try
Hey.
to hack your phone though, so don't
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
try nothing. She will.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
you try.
I have to ask about the rhino in the room.
Oh, please don't talk about
Um,
rhinos here.
The last time I saw Synapse, you had to put a rhino tranquilizer in her to calm her down. Is that really safe?
It
it sounds safe.
No, it was not safe, but we were lucky
Okay.
in the sense that her telekinetic abilities protected her from a majority of the tranquilizer.
Why?
That's not what I mean though.
But why
Is
did you
if she was so if she was so out of control that you had to tranquilize her, is she somebody we want to have in our heads?
I
I mean, I've got.
I
worse
think
things
we
in mind,
have
to be
come to
honest.
an agreement with the ESP, and it is fine.
That's
I
reassuring.
don't like the way that you said it's fine.
Fine in the way that you're sitting
I'm-
in.
And
Also, use
out
the
of
word
character,
agreement.
I'm so sorry, Sparrow.
We love you.
Sparrow knows what she's done.
So
Fair.
I'm still.
So,
Why tranquilize?
she
What?
should be given a heads up to not aim her bullshit at me. It will be bad.
I will. He'll pull back out his phone and say, "I will text her that."
Actually, that would be interesting. Science.
That would be neat. Sorry.
Hmm.
At this point, you know we're
I
going to
mean,
make it happen.
Dora thinks it would be neat. Penny is like, absolutely fucking not.
Don't come near me with
Get
that.
away from me.
Do not technopathy beholder.
Please and thank you.
Please and cheese.
She says, "Please and
She said no.
thanks."
She said
Okay.
absolutely.
She's gonna go. I make no promises.
Yeah, she'll
This is
usually
for-
give
this
you a
is for
heads
her
up if
safety,
she wants
like,
to try it.
I will have very little to do with what happens, and that's on her.
Oh,
The consequences,
do
not our fault.
do you have a passenger like Gary?
Not like Gary.
Oh,
I mean, Lily's on my back.
That I don't think that's what he means by passenger.
yeah, no,
My-
I mean like a
Samantha.
passenger,
Yeah.
sharing headspace.
Yeah,
I have a
not an actual
have a-
physical.
God, I don't even know what to call this. I have a working arrangement.
Oh,
With-
okay, so
It's like playing a symbiote.
yeah, I think you
Kind
and
of a-
Synapse should like have a chat. I feel like you have a lot in common.
Sure. We'll see.
Are we gonna have to tranquilize you too?
I really hope not.
I rather hope not. If you do, like, shoot twice at the same time?
That's a good point.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean,
We
Cal has 2 guns.
Also,
don't. I don't. But
Pretty
I
sure
thought those
Cal's
don't
guns
do
don't
physical
shoot
damage.
tranquilizers.
not typically. No.
So then, there's no point in that.
Why did we tranquilize? I'm still stuck on why did we tranquilize a person
She
on our team?
she was about to murder a guy, and I panicked.
I mean, that seems like a reasonable response to murder.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh, finally,
What do you say?
validation.
See?
I mean, do you want to put some, like, just general, like, boundaries around guy? Because people throw a lot of terms around left and right.
He was a Serpent Society Hydra dude.
But, like,
That
what
guy.
appeared to be a person in that sense. Like,
Oh, he
a
was
human
100% like a human man.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also a bad guy.
Liberty Lass.
So-
I think you saw him. He like shot things out of his hands. Very
He
slippery.
damaged her computers.
Yeah,
and
he set off an
she
EMP.
almost brought down the entire building on him.
oh, that's what that was about.
Oh,
Okay.
See, getting
Oh,
more
the
context
building,
to the
yeah.
situation is
You know what? Yeah, I should I really need to start leading with more context when
It's
people
not
ask
just
me
no,
about
it's not just you.
rhinoceros.
It's not just
You're
you.
fine.
Liberty Labs
Oh.
over here hasn't given us any context either.
That was another thing I was going to recommend with the therapy team. People should start wearing like body cams so that we can actually keep track of all of the nonsense that's happening and coordinate with that, because relying on memory and just verbal conversation is extremely failure. Just it's super saturated in failure, like just so far as I can tell.
I've been experimenting with attaching things to the suit that the mask
I mean, these
has,
are things
but
you
so
can buy
far,
at Best Buy, so it's not like
my
not-
problem
it's not a-
is
it's not a
they
big
fall
lift.
off when the suit comes off.
oh
I'm
mean-
a poor college student.
okay. I mean, that is why
I'll make you one.
wasn't that the
can-
whole point of having a sugar daddy? Isn't that how that works?
Yeah,
Bro, that's
I feel like
valid.
Gideon might have some. in,
I mean
like, the
philanthropist
equipment room.
funder.
Sure.
Glucose Guardian.
Glucose Guardian.
Yeah, sure.
I like philanthropist funder better.
Whatever.
Why is your
whatever
dad
phrase
made of sugar?
Oh,
It's-
sweetheart.
oh.
No. Don't ask any more questions.
It's because he's so
No,
sweet.
no.
It
And-
just means that
No.
sugar is
Treats us.
slang. Sugar is
Hey,
slang for nice
hey Lily,
presents.
remember what we talked about last time? Headphones. Headphones right now.
To go with the body cam.
Also, we have not. I don't even think a body cam would work. We haven't discussed the logistics of how
Well,
a body
the
cam would
animal
work
and
for
the-
something
Oh
that could
no,
turn-
you're complicated. We have to do the collar thing, but
harness.
we'll work
yeah,
on that.
so
That's not a
like,
Best Buy thing.
That's
But like, just
Oh,
even
yeah.
even one person on each team having a thing would help immeasurably.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so okay, so we have a Spectral Cowboy, we have a Liberty Lass, and we have Super Scientist. And he'll look over at Alexi. So what do you do?
As
Just out of
far
curiosity.
as far as I'm aware, and as far as I have been informed of, I can turn into different animals. So
that's
far, the
cool.
only ones I've mastered are wolf and sparrow. I'll get
Oh,
there.
that's neat.
Wolf is like
Is it anything? Like in theory, could you just turn into
I mean,
anything?
you know, from what I
Or
was
do you have to,
told,
like, see it or
kind
touch
of,
it?
it kind of has to, from what I understand, it kind of has to be like a real animal, but I haven't tested this theory yet, and I have a feeling my parents are not telling me everything and are kind of hiding some stuff from me, so who knows? So I
So
don't
how far
know.
does real animal go? Like, could it be like some kind of weird Asgardian thing,
I
or
don't-
does
I
it have to
don't-
be Earth-based?
Like a velociraptor.
See that
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. I will have to test it because I genuinely don't know. I was given the base information about it. I turned into a giant wolf one day, confronted my parents about it, and was told base
As a
level
wolf?
information. What I was. Then I
Huh.
did not know this information until about maybe like a few weeks ago, a month ago, whenever
Oh
I
wow.
met up
Okay,
with
so
the
this is
team.
new.
Yeah, so
James,
I'm
don't do that
learning
again.
this as all of you are learning this. So
And-
I don't know.
Like, based on how you've described it, like when we're talking about testing it with things, new things, it's sort of the equivalent of like somebody who knows how to play, you know, say, classical music and jazz on the piano, and then you're like, can you play other kinds of music? Like
Agreed.
learn how to play, you know,
In theory.
yeah. Like pop music, and then they have to spend 8 weeks learning how to play pop music to see if it's possible. Like, it's not a trivial test, experimentation.
Yeah, I have to like practice and like see what else I can turn into, and the progress is slow, but I will test it somehow, eventually, somehow, somewhere.
Yeah. I believe in you.
Lexi, do you think the next
Yes.
animal you could learn could be a capybara? They're so friendly.
We'll get there
They're
They're friends with
eventually.
everybody.
Well, we will get there eventually. I can't promise
vote
it'll be
for
the next
Red
one, but
Panda.
it'll
Red
be
pandas
the-
are dumb,
Okay,
though.
this is not how this works. You guys can't just start
Adorable.
requesting animals for me to turn into. That's not how this works.
Clearly they can't.
I'm not
because
like
they're doing
writing
that,
a
but-
side. I'm not like writing a sign up
No.
sheet for what animal is
No.
next. I quite frankly, with
very
everything that's
fair.
going on right now, I'm trying to think of animals that'll help in a fight situation. So those will come first.
Mm.
And then
Octopus.
Capybara would
Source.
would help in a fight.
Very large
'cause then-
octopus.
capybaras
Oh.
are small.
Yes, but they're so cute. No one
they're
would want to hurt
kind of
them.
the same.
I
About the size
think
of a
I'm
medium
gonna-
dog.
I think I'm gonna need animals that are bigger, like, you know, giant wolf.
Giant
Just we'll get there eventually, sweetheart. Love the ideas. I'll keep them in mind. You're doing so great, sweetie.
So, Lily, what can you do?
capybara.
They said something about
Well-
mind powers or mind stuff going on. Is it like psychic?
Yeah, I can make things, and then she'll just kind of like pull out the bag of marbles, and then I can break them. Look, pop. Here's a marble.
Oh, that is helpful. Would it be okay if I asked you to make things for me on occasion?
I need to understand how they work, but yes.
Awesome. I won't do it too much. I don't want to like stress you out, but yeah, there are some components that are harder to get than others, and sometimes you don't want to wait on shipping.
You make
Does that
I love
does
to
that
help.
apply to just like metals? Like, can you just make gold, or do you have to know
Oh,
what the inside of gold is like atomically speaking?
I was just wondering that.
That is a good
Oddly
question. Really
enough.
doesn't know.
That is a good question. We will have to figure that out.
I the player,
Well,
was
because-
thinking that,
because,
not Liberty
yeah,
like,
Lass.
The natural extension of this particular chain of logical experimentation on Penny's part is
Plutonium.
making
Yeah.
nonsense metals
yeah.
like
Oh.
adamantium and vibranium and etc.
Yes.
Like, what if
Herb metal.
you knew,
Isn't that a DC
like,
thing?
Captain America's shield?
Oh.
Could you make a copy of Captain
that's
America's
nth metal.
shield?
If she'd
Since
ever
you know-
seen it before and
What?
actually
I mean,
touched
It's
it, then
definitely been
maybe.
on TV.
Yeah, and
What?
Do you
you-
think Lily's,
I'm
Lily
well
and being a
recorded how
runaway
it
has ever
operates.
seen TV?
What, Samantha? Do you not like your hubcap anymore?
she like holds
Oh, your
up
name's
the
Samantha.
Volkswagen hubcap. Sponsor. And it's all like dented from the fight in the warehouse. And she's like,
Oh.
I really think that I might need to upgrade sooner rather than later.
No.
I did have some ideas I wanted to run by you about that.
Sure.
So, okay, Captain America can do that thing where he bounces the shield. Can you do that, or is that like a super soldier thing?
Kind of. I can do like an improvised version of it.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
really
it worked
have.
okay that one time, I think.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
can throw my shield and I can teleport to catch it and
Oh, okay.
return reflexively
Oh,
to
yeah,
where
I
I was
forgot you could-
standing.
So it's
Yeah, I
the
forgot you
shield
could
throw just with a few
teleport.
more complicated steps.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
my-
basically the same thing, right?
Flare.
It just has, it just has a few more steps to it. It's fine.
Depends on
Yeah, I
your
just-
framework. Like, honestly,
I
teleporting
make it
to
my
catch it
own.
seems
Yeah.
simpler than actually getting the like
It's like a lot of
Yeah, that kinda
deflection
makes my
angles
idea
correct
seem a
off
bit
of
too
arbitrary
complicated.
objects. Like, I don't know how he does that. It is clearly
Something
Science.
something
not,
trajectory.
not physical.
But yeah, I was thinking of like a shield, but with panels along the edge that have a spring inside of them, so that it could bounce more easily. But I don't know how practical that is if you can just teleport and catch your own shield.
Also, that would make it like hurt
Yeah,
less if you hit someone on purpose, unless you have a thing that can lock the springs, and then that's a lot of moving parts. But
Yeah, yeah. At some point, you get into structural integrity, but hey, anything you throw hard enough is gonna hurt.
yeah, I mean, ideally, you would just want like some sort of minor force field generator in it. Then you can skip the springs part. Then it stays hard, but it still bounces good.
Eh,
Oh,
I could
that was the
draw
sound of my mind
plans
hitting
for
the
Mark
gutter.
3. But yeah, if you want, I could start work on the spring shield and see what I can figure out about a force shield.
The spring shield sounds like it might actually be harder to throw because it'd be heavier. And the panels
Can't you
might
like lift a
Yeah,
car?
like it's
Like, you're really
Can't-
strong.
I can't lift a car.
I thought you were really strong.
Yeah.
I'm peak human physical condition.
Okay.
I'm not like
but
super
not
strength
like
or anything.
not brokenly strong. Okay.
No, no, I'm just really fit.
Alexi's in the back, just kind of.
Okay,
Um,
What's up?
Do we have confirmation that Hydra has not followed you guys here too? Just came to my mind real quick.
According
Wanted to make
to-
sure.
Okay, so here is what we know about the security of this base. Gideon is ex KGB double agent actually working for the non KGB. So he has all this spy stuff installed, and he has assured us that he has covered any of the regular standard spy bases that Hydra would use. The primary problem that we have found is phasing. For
Is that
for
how
security
Hydra got in
purposes.
last time?
Oh no, they just walked in because we were given a dummy base. A
Oh.
lot of us are still really salty about the intentionally security compromised base he gave us.
In fairness, from what I've figured out from my
Who gave you the
contacts-
base?
Oh, Giddy.
Gideon gave you the
Yeah.
intentionally insecure base?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just...
But
Yeah.
but why?
Also, cell phones do not work down here. Well, they work. You won't get a signal. We should probably work on teleportation defenses too when we get around to working on phasing defenses.
Well, I feel like
Yes.
both of those are very likely to be based fundamentally on some kind of dimensional effect, so you could probably two birds that.
Mm.
True.
Yeah, I think mine's based more on density than dimensional shifting. But
Yeah, but that can't work with real physics. Like, it has to be cheating somehow, and that's almost always a dimensional effect, but we can look at it.
yeah,
We'll figure
this
it out.
thing creates armor on me. I don't think it obeys many laws of physics. But yeah, we'll see what we can do about defenses.
Can we move back to the point of he intentionally gave you a dummy base?
Yeah,
I'm
what, did you
Yeah.
ever unpack that? Like,
He's-
afterwards?
we
he's
are
asking us to
still
join a
working
team,
on
and then
it.
we're hearing all of this stuff that is making none of us really want to join this team very much. So we've still not
you
been
guys
very
will
convinced.
you guys will love talking to Brown Recluse. He is in the same boat as you guys. He's kind of in the same boat as all of us. I don't know
Oh.
about the rest of the team, but as far as I can tell, Gideon is the best. He's the best shot I have at helping as many people as I can. So he's a little scummy. He has lied to us, but he's bankrolling something that,
Selling it.
yeah, he's selling it real hard. I
Okay.
am, yeah.
So,
But
not for nothing, but have you considered the possibility that, like, it's sort of like, if you're getting something, if you think that you're getting something for free, you are the product. Like,
Oh yeah,
Like, if he's
100%.
just giving a bunch of money to let you do all these things and then just, recording it, and then he can go do whatever he wants with it later. Because the words scummy and lying together so far do not pair well with, young
Yeah,
and
right.
rich. Like,
Yeah.
I mean in a bad,
Mm.
confluence of words. Like,
Yeah,
these are all
we,
bad things.
We have Zan will like look around to make sure that like there's none of Gideon's like actual staff nearby, because it just occurred to him that he's bad mouthing Gideon so badly right now, and he'll say, "Yeah, Gideon did give us a sad backstory of his about seeing how much wrong he's done in his about 200-year life, and that now dude's old, and now he wants to start rectifying some of that. I don't know if I trust him about that partially because of the KGB thing, partially because of the flagrant lack of respect towards human life.
Look,
But yeah, you
Oh.
guys should definitely like
people
get
can
a
have
meeting with him to.
I mean,
We
did
had
briefly,
a
but
meeting with
it was
him.
in- it was
None
in
of us were
public.
convinced.
so we didn't go into a lot of detail about stuff.
people can have a
Mm.
history they're not proud of. I know a little something about having some red in your ledger you want to clear out. But
I've done things I didn't not proud of.
the one time I saw him go into action, we were getting held up by some kid with a gun. Wasn't a threat. And he went out of his way to try and help the guy afterwards. And that tells me about as much as I need to know, at least for now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the defense he gave was, I guess, a legal defense and skewering the 2 Hydra agents that attacked our base. And I think he ran over 2 others with his car.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
As one does.
And
I mean, maybe we could work on the less lethal options. That takes
Yeah.
some training.
Well, so I thank you for reminding me, though. I wanted to follow up on one thing. When you said non-KGB, that is technically, literally the set of all things that is not the KGB, and I suspect that's not what you meant. What did you mean?
did Gideon tell us who he worked for? Okay, that's what I thought.
Good. Oh, good. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Gideon is originally from the American South. During World War, during the Cold War, I think he implied he was working with America against Russia as a double agent. I'm real bad about explaining things.
It's okay. People are real bad about explaining things
We-
to you, probably, so it just sort of trickles down.
Gideon's bad about explaining things.
Trickle
Yeah.
down
I did.
So we've come
explanations.
to learn.
That track.
I put in some calls to check him out when we first met him, and yeah, he's squeaky clean to the point that there's no way he wasn't a spook at some point.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's intentional. Our
Yeah.
technopath can
It's
find
totally-
nothing on him, and she's
That's not
like
that's
in the net. It's
In fairness, you tried the same thing with me. You'll have similar results, I'm pretty sure.
It was
yeah.
not. I mean, it was specifically weird with him. There was a thing that
yeah.
I
It
wouldn't
was
call.
off-putting.
Yeah,
I
it was-
wouldn't call possible with like plastic surgery, but maybe just that he was like perfectly average, which is not a thing that happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be like a secondary power of his.
Yeah, that was an odd thing, but
Oh,
what that
uh,
says to me is that we can't actually trust any of the
Yeah, we
informational powers we have used in that direction.
yeah. we
I mean,
we
I have
can't
so many
trust
more
what we can
questions beyond
find about
this.
him, and we're sketchy about him. Also, I don't know if he told you guys, but allegedly he is effectively immortal. Or
In
he
the- in the
is
sense
No,
of
this
just
is not information we
not
knew.
dying of old age or not aging or being unkillable.
he seems to have stopped aging.
Okay.
He is not unkillable. By his own definition, he is very killable. But he seems to be killable on a 3-day cycle.
So not permanently killable is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I saw a rattlesnake man nearly snap his neck backhanding him. Like the guy's resilient.
Got it. I have so many more questions than
We do
this
too.
about other stuff too, because like names were mentioned that I'm familiar with now that I have questions about. I don't know if we should go into it right now though.
I thought that Alexi deserves a nap.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys
I-
sounded like you had a
I
rough time.
I think I took the most damage in that fight that we just did. I'm in so much pain. I would love to just take a nap and like not
Okay, yeah.
like shut
I
off my
think we
brain
have
for a
Maybe get
while
some
and
get some
like
I
medical
think we have
treatment
a
and then take
functional
nap.
med
yeah,
bay
like
somewhere around here.
refresh, and then I can like sort through all of
Just
my
at the
questions because
yeah,
thinking straight
at
right
the
now
very
is
least,
not.
take some Advil or something.
Lily's gonna like
Yeah.
That I'm
rummage through her
not.
pockets and find like a little bandage and put it on Lexi. It's just
Yeah,
got
because
little
like
like
there's not.
unicorns on it.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you so
Uh,
much. That
yeah,
helps
I
so
think
much. I think we're all lucky that I haven't passed out at this point. I think I'm getting close
yeah,
to it. I can't exactly defend myself in giant wolf form. So a lot of that was just broad damage that I took. So like if we could like
yeah, I
so
think
tired, guys.
down that hallway and to the left is the med bay. It's not fully stocked, but I do think there's a doctor on staff right now.
Okay, I'll write a
And
list of all of the questions I have for later and I'll get back to everyone.
that's a good plan. The rest of us need to start doing that too. And I think this way and up the stairs is the apartments if you guys want to claim a room and take a nap. Then again, if you want to go straight to the lab and check out the drugs, like I think that's a few levels down.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to let you know you could submit purchase order for the lab. He did
Oh
say
yeah.
try to keep the radiation and like high level reactions to a minimum, but
Makes it
I
easier
wonder
to
if
find the
radiation
place.
affects phasing. There are so many experiments to do.
Right?
Sure. We should probably keep logs of those.
Oh yeah, it's
Uh,
not science if you don't keep notes.
Alexa, you should probably add to the top of your list of questions and then actually pop that off when you get to medbay. What are your credentials, medically speaking? Just check with the person there just before they
Right.
start treating you. Just see what
Right.
they say. Right?
Sure. Yeah,
Just a
I'll
sanity check, right? You
Yeah,
won't
yeah,
know
yeah.
for sure. They could be
I'll-
lying, but just if they say
ask
like
anyway.
I went to doctor school, then maybe back
Yeah.
off a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
yeah, no, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a- If
I'll
it's a
remember
lady
that.
named Yvette, she's fine. I've worked with her before. She's an EMT,
Oh, okay, cool.
so
I
not
I
a
trust
surgeon,
this guy a
but
little
yeah.
more than Gideon, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I appreciate that, even though it's not a very high bar to jump.
Uh,
The bar is on the floor.
I mean, I do
Yeah,
feel
pretty
like
much.
a good way of trying to quickly establish trust with people is like throw someone else, aggressively under the bus.
Oh, I was gonna say feed them.
Oh, well, that too.
Oh,
you mean like
do you have
the drugs?
breadsticks?
Oh, we have leftover pesetas? No, that's a currency, I think. We have Mexican
say.
pancakes in the kitchen.
Ooh,
Pastelitos?
Maybe
I have Pez.
that's not food.
The
I don't
hell
know
it
if that'll-
isn't.
I don't know
She
if
pulls
it's-
out of her utility belt her little Captain America Pez dispenser.
It has calories,
It's
She
not
might.
exactly very filling.
digestible.
But it's tasty. I give a
That's
Pez
a-
to Lily.
Oh god.
yay!
Okay, let's we'll take a tour and take stock of the situation and maybe see if we can get a face to face with Gideon again and just ask a few
Yeah.
random things.
Yeah, I think we did,
just a formality.
Yeah. Yeah, we did some heavy lifting getting him to tell us what he did tell us, so maybe you guys can get him to spill a bit more.
We'll
I
sure
figured-
try.
In the short
I'm
term,
very charming.
that's accurate. If nothing else, it's a place to come when we've angered everybody, including the cops. Maybe
Yeah.
instead of going back to one of our homes where we might be followed, at least bring it here.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah, that's a fair point. And then also,
Yeah,
so that Lily has somewhere to stay that's not wandering the streets.
Or at one of our
She has a
places.
cardboard box.
She's
Which are
been
both
staying
bad.
with
oh, that's sad.
in the dorm
Yeah.
room with me.
Yeah.
So
None of that's good.
But good base for her that she's hidden and can't be found in. Is
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, Liberty Lass, if you want to take Lily to barracks to find a room, like I can show you which
Sure.
rooms aren't taken. Or do you guys want to eat first? Okay, first off, you need to go to the med bay.
Yeah, Alexi is
just leave.
actively walking away as
Advil.
the conversation has gone to a pause. Alexi's like, okay, catch up with you guys later. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go to the lab and check that out. If you guys do the food thing, text me if is there Wi-Fi in here?
I think there's like closed circuit Wi-Fi. If
Well, yeah, just
I can't get my head
internal
around that.
Wi-Fi, just to
Yeah.
communicate with other people that are in here.
Yeah. There's like internal
Intranet?
communications. Just
Yeah.
intranet. Thank you. Yeah, there's just no access to the outside, with the exception of like
so
I think a few landlines. Yeah.
if you do the food thing, message me if Mexican pancakes are good, and then I'll get some. But I'm just gonna do this now. I got
Probably
priorities.
send some down.
That too, or you can come visit.
Do you want
I
to
guess.
contaminate the science with pancakes, though?
I mean, it depends on the lab. Like that's an excellent test, really, to see how their how their containment systems are. If they have clean rooms, if they have particulate detectors and stuff. These are all checklist items. But if I can't eat in the lab, then we're gonna fix that because
Yeah,
that's just a
that's
huge
Because you
waste of
never
time
leave
otherwise.
Yeah.
your lab.
I mean, I do now because of you.
Yeah,
people.
when you need to meet up with us, but every other time, I'm pretty sure we have not seen you outside of that. So I've assumed that you've
I
been
mean,
at the
well,
lab
you wouldn't
every
see
other time.
me.
So,
Right. We
Anyway,
probably
but,
wouldn't know
yeah.
anyway. So-
oh,
I
yeah,
do
that's
have to
a good
leave on
point.
occasion.
all workshops need the ability for you to have to eat in them, and they also need a bathroom close by
And a cot.
and a cot.
Just in case.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that. Good luck
Okay,
with
bye.
the pancakes.
Mhm.
Sounds like a plan.
She starts wandering downwards, like she's actively using X-ray vision to like look for lab adjacent things, but
Yay. So that everybody is splitting, departing, exploring, or sleeping. Here's a good point, I think, to call it for the evening. The team's kind of getting bigger, maybe, sort of, but not really yet.
Could be
Establish-
seen.
Tentative
Trust.
maybes.
Definite, possible. All right.
Definite. We'll get back to yous.
It's in transition. No. So let's do a quick roundtable. Thanks for joining us, by the way. We appreciate the views. Do a quick roundtable. Tell everybody who you are, where you can be found, etc., etc. And let's go in. I mean, I don't know what I think, so we'll go back around again. Dora.
Hi, I'm Pandora Beatrix. I can be found at Pandora Beatrix on most socials. I am not active on Dystopia Burb anymore. I can be heard in various Fallout 76 audio dramas, The Modus Files, Once Upon a Wasteland, and a couple of actual plays aside from this one. But other than that, I mostly just talk to myself in mirrors. It's a problem. I'm working on it.
Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, otherwise known as Soulbind, most places on the internet. I'm a software engineer, game developer, voice actor, full-time nerd. And currently, if I'm not here, you can find me playing D&D on Twitch and YouTube at High Rock Games.
Cassie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cassie, better known on the internet as Random Attempt. And you can find me most places as Random Attempt, a couple places as Fatal Songbird. Right now, I'm pretty active on Twitch. Been streaming Ghost of Tsushima and Helldivers 2. See me there.
Glitch.
Hello, everyone. I am Glitch. I can be found most places as Glitched Productions or on Twitter, X, whatever, as Glitch in Co. I might start posting some art on my Twitter. Who knows? But besides this project, you can find most of my stuff. I'm most active on Twitch, streaming video games or doing cosplays and art stuff on Instagram and TikTok. I also have a group account that I'm a part of called Cosplay for Chaos that I do stuff with my friends on. So if you want to check that out, we do a bunch of chaotic stuff on there. And that's about it. This is my main thing.
Aya.
Hi, I'm Aya Sakate, or I played Lily, obviously. You can find me on Twitter at iBathry or Twitch as Astralbell. I make plushies and stuff, so check those out. And most of the time, I just kind of like do voice acting stuff, so hire me. I'm adorable. Bye.
And John.
Oh, hello. I'm John. I have been the trash-talking problematic fave, Steel Aegis, also known as San Andrews. I can be found on social media at Crims Bacon. That's CRIMS Bacon. I don't know why I'm looking this way. There's literally nothing but a wall. I also have my own tabletop RPG podcast called Bacon Flavored Podcasts, where we pretty much play anything that doesn't involve indentured fire-breathing lizards or trails that you need to look for.
Fair.
Oh, also I stream Sundays with my friend Rob over on his channel, Bore Immortal. That's BOR Immortal. Again, I looked off to the side. There was literally nothing but a wall right here.
I mean,
It's a sexy wall.
Not
we follow
really.
we follow the layout. Technically, you should be looking. If you're
Yeah.
talking to me, you want to look up at the corner.
It's different
no,
for
I'll
everyone,
look this
but
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all get our own.
Depends on where you
This
are.
is the only one.
I mean,
that
yeah,
matters,
technically
is
you're like to
playing
like
the
the side of me
Yeah.
over here.
Like
So.
I am so averse to eye contact that I can't even look at the webcam.
Me too, valid.
Get a little blinky light, maybe. And for
Your
me,
googly eyes.
this evening was particularly enjoyable because I did very little talking the entire second half, which is great.
Yeah, you looked a
this is
lot
good.
less dead than the Saturday games leave you.
Only dead inside. You can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America or CDN Captain America or CDN Cap America, depending on whether you're looking at Blue Skies or Twitters or TikToks or Instagrams. You can the rest of everything is this, and I'm constantly overjoyed with just the sheer level of chaotic chicanery that goes on with this group and the other group this entire game. And I set the stage when I recruited for everyone, and I basically said I gave them a little bit of sort of a backstory in terms of Faye. And it seems that I've found a dozen people who have picked up that particular theme and run with it. So the chaos is just getting worse and better at the same time, and I'm here for the entire. And hopefully so will everyone else. But for now, we're going to leave you. Hopefully come back next week. Everybody's at the same base now. This is exciting, at least temporarily.
Oh no, Zan forgot to tell him about the nuke.
What will happen
Oh,
if they push the wrong button? Who knows?
Oh,
Next
nukes.
time, same bat time, same bat time. Other than that, thanks for watching. Keep your sticks on the ice, as it were, and we will see you in a week.
Bye. Oh, and from the Saturday crew.
Ew.